I'm married to Perry. Perry is a small business owner in Greeley. I have 2 children. My son Cody is in his 3rd year at West Point, and my daughter Caitlin is starting her 1st year at Clemson University in South Carolina. I'm very proud of my son's decision to go to West Point and serve his country. I think he understands the risks involved, but he also understands that there is a price for freedom in this country, and he's willing to stand up and shoulder that burden. The toughest part about being a district attorney is dealing with victims, people that have been harmed through no fault of their own. And my heart goes out every time I have to sit down with a family and talk to them about a loved one who's been murdered, or look in the eyes of a rape victim and try to explain the legal process to that person. And it isn't easy. I'm awful proud of the fact that I stand shoulder to shoulder with other folks in law enforcement and are there to help those that are victims of crime. I think every time somebody walks through that door, I know that I can do the right thing. I know that I'm in that office for the right reasons, and it's not the highest paying job in the world, but I can sleep at night, and I have a lot of satisfaction in knowing that I've made my community a better place. It was a decision that took a lot of thought to run for the United States Senate, but it was not a hard decision when I saw the direction that the federal government was going and the role that the United States Senators from Colorado were playing. I felt like someone needed to step up, and someone needed to say enough is enough, and I feel like the time is right for me to step forward and do that. In every part of the state, I hear that people are concerned about the burdens being placed on their kids and grandkids. They're concerned about the threat to their individual liberties. They're concerned about the growth of government. I think it's bad for the country that the government owns car companies, the government owns banks, the government is setting executive salaries. It's not a role that government's good at, and it's not a role that we ever contemplated our government engaging in. We're doing it because government's out of control. We're doing it because the people in Washington, D.C. aren't standing up for the principles that the people in Colorado have. I don't think the United States Senate is helping the people of Colorado. Our appointed senator is back there rubber stamping bills, didn't even read the stimulus bill that he voted on. When I go back to Washington, D.C. as an elected United States Senator representing Colorado, I'll be an independent voice. I'll be a voice that represents the people on Main Street and the people in rural Colorado. My wife and I have been to all 64 counties in Colorado. She calls it a mini-moon. We had our honeymoon, and now we've spent so much time together, she's calling it a mini-moon. And we have a very good core group of people in all 64 counties that are supporting the campaign. I'm humbled by the amount of support that we've found throughout Colorado to go back to Washington, D.C. and to send a loud and clear message that the spending increases have to stop, that the deficit has to shrink, and that we have to get back to those values that we hold so dear here in Colorado.